Alrighty, just pulled up to the ramp. As you can tell, it's pretty dark outside. The sun does not come up for another hour at least, so I'm not gonna do an official intro yet. We're just gonna get on the water real quickly here and hopefully have a few lights before the sun does come up, because I think we can still get on some white bass and largemouth, you know, kind of kickstart our morning. But until the sun actually comes up, I'm gonna hold off on doing an actual intro, but we're here. The visibility is supposed to only be about 2 to 3 miles this morning. It's looking like it's probably about 5, so I think we're chilling. It's not too foggy, so we should be looking all right. Alrighty, just found our first actual dock line here. So hopefully we can get on some fish on it. Sun's coming up right now, so don't know how long we'll have. Andrew, I don't know if we're gonna be able to catch anything. We're on the main lake right now, and boy, it is rough out here. It is rough as hell. We're definitely fishing back in some creek arms once the sun comes up. Considering it's almost morning, might be hard pressed to find fish on these lights. Oh no, there's a fish right there. There's still some fish. Sees it. Oh, chased it out. Didn't get it though. Alright, there's a few fish on here. We got a shot. There we go. There we go. Big fish. Big fish. Big fish. Big fish. Big fish. It's a striper. Yep, another striper. Come here, man. Another striper. Another striper. Another striper. I got you, I got you, I got you today. Now I want to get a hook in my hand here. We got another nice striper on. I still got you, I still got you. There we are. Yes, sir. Another striper. Holy cow, dude. You're not even gonna believe this. I was trying to pull him in, the line freaking snapped, but I had the line wrapped around my hand, so I was able to get him. Oh my god. Yes. First fish of the morning, and it's another striper. Hell yeah, dude. Second striper this week. I never caught one before this week, and we got 2 now. Hell yeah, dude. Oh my god. He grabbed it and then took off underneath the dock. That is why you get out here early and fish these lights. It's a chance at a lot of wide variety of fish, but these striper are definitely one of them. 28-inch striper to start the morning off. Does not get any better than that. Coming off the dock light right here. Freaking crushed it. Let's get a better look at this fish. Oh man, look at that. Holy cow, folks, look at that. Freaking awesome. 28-inch striper. Probably roughly another 7 to 10 pound fish like the other day. That is so freaking awesome. Let's get this big beautiful fish back. Thank you, girl. Alrighty. There she goes. Man, I gotta tell you guys, I was doubting myself coming out to this part of the lake, just because the largemouth fishing in this part, at least in my opinion, is definitely not as good as the part that I normally fish. I normally fish the upper part of Lake Travis. This is the lower part. That right there makes it all worth it, man. That's why I get up at 4:30 in the morning to come out here. God, that is so awesome. And it cleanly broke my line. I mean, I didn't grab my net. That was the problem. I had it right by the back of the boat, and I had it just sitting right there, but it was hooked on the bottom of the jaw, so I was trying not to like stick my hand right in the treble hook. I was trying to pull it out, and the fish ended up clean snapping the line, but thank God I had the line wrapped around my hand and I pulled it in with the line wrapped around my hand. Like, that is absolutely nuts, dude. I think it would have counted the catch either way, so I had to fish by the side of the boat for so long, but it would have really sucked to have left this treble hook in its mouth, so I'm glad I was able to get it in and get that hook out of her. But man, what a freaking catch. I've said it before too, but I will say it again. This trolling motor is worth every dollar I spent. It is rougher than hell outside right now, but yet this spot lock has kept me right on the spot. Alrighty, time for the actual bass fishing to begin. The reason why I actually came out here. This is a prime example of why I come back in the creek arms on days like today. It was rougher than hell in the main lake. We come back in here and it's just glass. No wind, it's just perfect. And literally, if I don't talk, it is pitch silent. Like no noise other than a few birds chirping. Really is incredible how peaceful it is. This time of the year, because there's like no pleasure boaters out here, very few fishermen. All people are up, it's quiet. So I love fishing this time of the year. Plus the fish are really big. We got 2 main points to work around this area. We're gonna fish all around them and having some good success on areas like this where they kind of jut out and they get out real deep. It's gonna be about 8 to 14 feet up by the bank, and it's gonna jut out to right around 20, 22 feet. It's a little bit deeper. It's kind of exactly what I'm looking for. Definitely expect to see some fish in this point here. There we go. There we go. There we go. First largie in the morning. It is a biggin'. Jesus, dude. No chance. Oh, it's barely hooked. Oh, it's barely hooked. Barely hooked. Come on, get here. Yes. Oh my gosh. There we are. That didn't take long. First large off the morning. That's probably a 3.5 pounder. Golly, bro. Just stopped it. Absolutely freaking stopped it. Only had him by 1 treble, and then when he turned, I got him by both. Man, that's 2 studs to start the morning off with. Probably a 3 pounder, I would say. Good grief. Let's get a weight on this fish. I think she's right around 3 pounds or so. Dadgum. Halfway to 4. Hold on, 3.8. I thought she was like 3.1, 3.2. She was all 3.5 exactly. Nothing better than a 28-inch striper and a 3.5 pound largemouth to start the morning off. Thank you, girl. I will see you later. Man, what a fantastic start to the morning. Literally a morning where I'm just testing out new spots. This entire day is literally an experiment. Like, I'm just experimenting on new spots I haven't fished before. Because again, I've only fished this part of the lake maybe 2 or 3 times ever. I've caught some decent fish down here when I have. I just haven't caught as many. So for the longest time, I've been fishing the north part of the lake because I catch so many damn fish up there. Thought I'd come down here and experiment, and man, it is paying off so far. 2 fantastic fish. Well, how's it going, folks? My gosh, all that craziness has already happened. We haven't even filmed an intro yet. We are back out here on Lake Travis like I was talking about, and we're literally just experimenting. I'm experimenting on a part of the lake I've only fished probably 2 or 3 times. This is the lower part down near the dam. Normally I fish way up north, the upper part of this lake. Today I'm fishing the lower part just because we're heading out on a trip tomorrow, and I thought, you know what, might as well change things up a little bit. I've been crushing fish up north. Let's try the part down near the dam, and so far I've done more or less the same what I've been doing. Already a 28-inch striper and a 3.5 pound largemouth, so pretty dang good start, especially considering it's about 40 degrees outside. So we're already getting on them really well. We have until around 1 or 2 o'clock today. It's currently about 7 a.m. So we've got a lot of time. We've already gotten on some really nice fish. So man, I'm just really optimistic, feeling great so far. And we're gonna go out here and continue to crush them, hopefully. So with that, guys, we're gonna keep fishing this point and keep picking off some largemouth. Oh my God, there's so many birds. Dude, that noise. Holy, there's so many. Oh my God, there's still a ton of them back in there. That's nuts. I don't think I've ever seen that many birds together at one time. So while I'm working on the bank like this with a little square bill crankbait or really any kind of moving bait, I've talked about this in the past, but I'm not just kind of blindly casting, you know, I'm not just like taking cast, you know, for no reason. I'm actually targeting areas like that big rock I just put it on right there. I'll pinpoint rocks or stick-ups or stumps or whatnot. I'll take casts around them and run it by them. You gotta be very strategic when you're fishing like this. You don't just randomly take casts. Like, I will pick out precise pinpoints on the bank, say, hey, I'm gonna hit that right there. See, beforehand, I put it right on the rock. This time I'm gonna put it a little bit past it. I'll run it by it. Just to see if you can pull any fish off them, because a lot of times, especially this bigger structure, is what's going to hold the fish. When you run it by these areas, you know, is where you're gonna get bit. A lot of times, I'll pinpoint an area, cast there, start reeling, I'll get bit right after I start reeling. So it'll be a fish sitting on the piece of structure I'm pinpointing. Well, you can see these stick-ups up here as well. Cast it right near, and then in those stick-ups. That's how I caught a 6-pounder out here the other day. Stuff like that is what can separate you from an average fisherman who's just coming out here to take casts, and somebody comes out here and absolutely crushes them and catches monsters on the regular. Just realized the chest cam wasn't on. I don't know how well you guys heard me there on the back camera. So I was talking about my freaking rod tip and my G Loomis E6X just snapped on a simple cast. Second time I've broken one of these rods. The first time I broke one, it was kind of my fault. I got it stuck in a tree, and I mean, I pulled it out very gently, but still the rod snapped. I mean, it was my fault, but I didn't think it should have broke there. This time, I was taking a simple cast of a light grass jig, and nope, she's done. I thought a rod guide popped off when it first casted and you felt different. I heard something fall down. Nope, it was the rod tip. The rod tip just snapped. I mean, look at this crap. There she is. Clean snap, one of the connections, one of the weakest points. That's just awesome, dude. I mean, are you kidding me? God, I actually cannot stand myself, guys. For the third trip in a row, I've not only missed a fish off camera entirely, but it happens to be a little pretty Guadalupe. Just caught one literally sitting right there. Fish number 3 in the day. I'll show you a comparison from a few days ago. Looked exactly like this fish right here. Yeah, man, it was just a little identical Guadalupe. It was probably freaking 10 inches long. I mean, small fish, but just mad I'm missing fish off camera. It's just frustrating. Oh my goodness. Wow, crushed out of nowhere. Oh, man. Come here, fish. Barely hooked. Get in here, yes. Holy cow. Pulling it for the stick-ups. Oh my gosh. What an eat. That fish jumped before I even knew I had him hooked. She's bleeding, but I just got her in the tongue. Her gills are intact. My God, what a fat fish. What a fat, healthy fish. The health of these fish and just the fatness of feeding up, it's unbelievable. That's why I come out here and fish in the cold December, because these fish are fat and healthy. See you later, man. Ready when you are. There you go. My gosh, I may have missed a small fish off camera, but I certainly haven't missed any of the bigger ones. How about that? Get your heart going in the morning. Running a crankbait through the stick-ups, and I mean, she just crushed it. Comes flying out of the water before I even knew how to fish on. My God, it's just nuts. That's a fish. There we go. I don't think they're a big one. That's got to be a big fish, right? Oh yeah, another nice one. Another nice one, barely freaking hooked again. Oh yes. God, I keep just barely swiping at it because I keep getting by that back treble hook. Third largemouth on the day, and it is another nice one. Last time it was a stick up I pulled him out of. This time it's some grass. Look at that. Gorgeous. Man, the quality of fish today has been absolutely insane. Number 5, another fish I'd say it goes easily 2.5 pounds. Sweet, man. See you later, girl. Thank you. Yet again, another fish come off a point too. Telling these point drop-offs, man, especially this time of the year where it goes from like 5 feet down to 20, man, they're money. Consistently sitting in about 12 to 14 feet. This one's got some grass. I mean, this is completely different than what I'm used to fishing out here, but I'm just kind of, you know, working my way around it and fishing it like I would any other lake of grass, and I'm just running the crankbait right over it. Worked out right there. Another solid fish. Number 5 on the day. Dang it, folks. Right as I was going to turn the camera on, we got another fish. At least we got this guy on camera this time. We didn't get the fight or the catch, but another solid one coming right off this point. This is by far deepest water I've caught a fish out of today, too. This is about 35 feet. There is a little bit shallower point right here. Like the rest of the water is right in the 30s and 40s, but it comes up, gets a little shallower. Just tossing a Ned rig right up on that point, and I mean, just felt heavy. That's about all it was, but buddy crushed it. Solid fish, probably around 2 pounds. I mean, every fish I caught today has been really solid. This is number 6 overall, though. My 4th overall largemouth. Hell yeah, man. That's sweet, dude. Honestly, not an area I was expecting to catch a fish out of, quite frankly, but there you are. We have one. See you, bud. I'm amazed. There's still grass, like back in here, too. I mean, I've literally never seen grass in this lake before, and there's a ton over here. Like, just in this particular cove. I mean, there was a little bit in the last one, but not a lot. In this particular cove, though, there's just grass everywhere. It's just so surprising to me. I mean, obviously, I've never even fished this cove before. These are all brand new spots to me. But, I mean, I've fished a lot of this lake, and at no other point in this lake I've ever seen grass, especially this much. So, it's kind of crazy, especially in, like, December. There's another fish. Nice. Everyone right around the same size as well. Number 7. That was literally the exact same bite and fight as that one I caught off camera. Just picked it up and started running. 2 fish in about 2 minutes off the same little stretch of bank. I love it, man. Heck yeah, another 2-pounder. See you, buddy. The Ned rig finally putting in some work, man. The crankbait's been kind of holding the fort down all day. The Ned rig had one little Guadalupe to its credit, but now it's got 2 quality largemouth. See if we can catch another one off this point again here. Oh, dang it. Oh, that was another fish, bro. He's pulling it right underneath the boat. Man, that's our first official missed fish of the day. Golly, that's my 3rd bite on the stretch of bank in like legit 4 minutes. Found myself a little cove here, huh? Jeez. There is like a food truck trailer sitting inside that dock. First time I've seen that for sure. I got a lot of questions. Like, actually, how the hell did you get that in there? This is my first one. All right, we have made our way to another new cove. This cove I like a lot because it looks very, very similar to a cove that I've had a lot of success in further up in the lake. It looks almost identical, quite frankly. It's a little bit deeper, but honestly, for what we fished today is right about spot on. It's not really as much grass, too, which in this case is kind of nice. There's a fish. There we are. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. First one out of the new cove. Heck yeah, I'm right on the day. Yet again, this fish is probably normally like, I don't know, a little pounder, but he's easily 1.5 pounds, pushing 2, just because of how nice and fat he is. Male this time. Square bill strikes again. Healthy male. Woo! Thank you, buddy. There we go. Another one. Barely hooked, barely hooked, barely hooked. There we are. Just like them all today. Barely hooked by that back hook, but we still got them in. I've been barely hooking them, but I've also been sticking them right through the lower jaw, and that's a pretty hard area. There we are. Another textbook Lake Travis largemouth. We are 1 fish away from double digits. Considering how cruddy the conditions are today, that's pretty unbelievable. See you later, pal. All right, we're running out of time, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to start heading back towards the ramp. Good thing is, though, there are 2 more spots on the way that I'm gonna hit that I've caught some good fish at in the past. So we're gonna try those places. I mean, regardless, I really want to get double digits, but regardless, I mean, we've caught a really good amount of fish today, especially considering the conditions. I want to get 10, I want to get double digits, but if we don't, I mean, it's been an incredible day. So we're gonna start heading back towards the ramp, hit up a few more spots, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, we're off the water now. Man, I was really hoping to get the 10 fish on the day, but you know what? 9 fish is definitely not bad, considering it has not gotten any warmer than 45 degrees out. The wind has been howling, and not to mention, I'm someone who really believes in the barometric pressure. I really do think it plays a big role in fishing and how the fish feel and behave. The pressure is like 30.6. It is really, really high, like especially considering this area. Normally the pressure is right around 30 or even in the 29. So considering how awful the conditions were, you know, and just everything and how cold it is, we did really, really good. And not to mention too, it wasn't like I was fishing areas I'm familiar with that I've like caught a lot of fish in the past. These were all new spots I've never fished before, and I was figuring things out as I went. And I gotta tell you guys, it was really a fantastic day, and I had such an incredible time while I was out here fishing. Just caught so many nice fish right off the bat. That amazing striper, another striper out of here. I mean, before a week ago, I'd never even caught a striper in my life. Now I've caught 2 in the last week, both of which being giants, crazy catches. God, I can't ask much more. I think we caught like 2 or 3 bass right around the 3-pound mark or above. We caught that first one, obviously, it was 3.5 pounds. There's a lot of solid fat fish that fought really hard, and it was just such a great time being out here. With that, folks, again, really hope you guys did enjoy. I will see you guys next time back out on the water.